Got a new part in from Harley-Davidson, so let's go ahead and install these mid-frame air deflectors on the 2023 Lowrider ST. So here's a look at the air deflectors that came in the box, and wouldn't you know it, Harley even include the hardware. Even though it's this dinky little screw, anything I've ordered from Harley-Davidson does not include the hardware, so I guess good one on Harley for that. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is remove the stock seat by removing this screw back here. And the seat should lift up and right off. All right, so the air deflectors are actually gonna go right here and then sit over the cases right here. So just make sure you take your left and right. There's only one way that they can go on. And these are gonna actually go underneath where the tank is, and we're gonna lock them in just like that, and then these will snap in place. Insert that one over here. And then before I snap these in place, I'm gonna take the bolt and push that through this side. So you push it through on, would be your right side, to the left side, where they have a cutout for the nut. Now I just wanna make sure everything's fitting together. Go ahead and put that nut in there. And then I just have a 4mm Allen wrench that I'm going to use to tighten that bolt with. It's just lock it in place just like that, and then just tighten it down. So this is what it looks like when it's tightened down. You're working with that bolt right there. You have those locked into place. And this is the look from the other side. The next step is to install the seat again. All right, and then to reinstall the seat, this piece right here is gonna go up under here. Just kind of line everything up. Push it down, and then you're gonna kind of push it forward. And it should kind of lock in place. Just kind of feel it, make sure it's secure. And then just put the screw back in. All right, so here is a look at the air deflectors with the seat installed. So what these air deflectors are doing is they're going over the rear cylinder head to keep that heat from coming up onto you, and then they're gonna catch the wind and try and cool down that engine and keep the heat off of you. So in a hot summer days, this might help keep you a little cooler and not all that heat coming up here. So let's take the bike out and see if it does actually work. All right, so I got the bike warmed up enough to where the engine is hot, and you know, it's not going to alleviate all the heat off of the engine or anything, but it is going to help at least keep some of it off of you and just keep the engine cooler. And so this is where they look like right here. So it does help keep this part of the cylinder head from that heat radiating up, and it's also trapping in some of that wind to keep the engine cool. It's not going to be a night and day difference to where it's like, oh my god, I can't feel any heat or anything, but it does help. So any little bit, especially on these hot summer days, does help. So I do think this is one of the easier things from Harley-Davidson as like an aftermarket part to install. So anybody can do it. Basically the only thing you need is an Allen wrench, which anybody should have if you have a bike, but super easy to install, not that expensive. It's like $106 on Harley's website. Shipping is generally free, so definitely something to consider if you want to put this on your Lowrider ST. There are some other third-party vendors that make something similar. I've seen that it's a little more involved in installing them, but Harley makes theirs super easy to install. We'll see how it holds up over time. But if you guys like this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and check out this other playlist up here where I have more videos on the Lowrider ST.